New at 5, many schools in Green Country are taking students out of the classroom and instead turning to remote learning to try to stop the spread of the flu virus.
They're also disinfecting the schools at the same time. Fox 23's Fahima Pagmani spoke with a virus expert about the severity of flu hitting Oklahoma.
Anytime you're sick, just stay home. It doesn't matter if it's nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, respiratory season, or any kind of respiratory symptoms. Anytime you feel sick, kind of stay home, keep that exposure minimal as much as possible.
Abhishek Shakya is an epidemiologist at the Tulsa Health Department. He says throughout the state, the number of flu cases is high and it will only continue to increase.
Right now, we are kind of seeing deaths and flu numbers higher on the 65 plus age range. Up to now, we have about 311 hospitalizations. We have for Tulsa County and 7 deaths.
He says February is usually a peak month for the flu.
Mostly you would see your symptoms be like respiratory symptoms, which is obviously going to be your cough, fever. Sometimes there could be nausea, vomiting there as well, and even shortness of breath.
Abhishek says you can take preventative measures like washing your hands consistently, wearing a mask, and getting vaccinated. He says flu season lasts until May.
I would still say it's still not late to kind of get those vaccines if you haven't got those yearly vaccines for the flu. So that's something we highly recommend.
Covering news that matters, I'm Fahima Pagmani, Fox 23 News.
As is the case with any vaccine, THD wants to remind you these vaccines are optional. They recommend you talk with your doctor before making your decision.
The Oklahoma State Department of Health released updated numbers of how the flu is impacting the state. The entire state is dealing with the highest level of influenza activity, which is classified as widespread. Positive flu tests went from 13% at the start of the month to 35% now. The weekly hospitalizations from flu have also doubled since the start of the year, from 243 in the first week to 512 this week.
Wow.
1 in 5 of those were in Tulsa County alone. I believe it. There have been 28 deaths in Oklahoma since flu season began back on September 1st.